As part of the Return of the Natives Restoration Education Project, we do community-based habitat restoration. And our mission is to bring people closer to nature and nature closer to people through hands-on experiences restoring habitats. So today, you and I and we together are going to participate in part of a restoration project. And along the way, we're going to do some reflecting on the power of the experience. Now this, I have to have an apology to anybody who's hearing my presentation online or being streamed because your medium will not necessarily let you experience what we're going to be doing. So you're going to have to do this vicariously, though I hear that the translators up in the booths will be able to translate a little bit of that experience. And so if you're listening from afar, you're going to have to decide for yourself if you get the real dirty experience. So some of you probably, like me, get songs stuck in your head, and I am not going to sing. But one of the song that's been in my head for a long time is a Banana Slugs string band song called "Dirt Made My Lunch," and then I mix it up with another one of their songs, which goes sun, soil, water, and air. It's everything we eat and everything we wear, and there's that word, dirt and soil, dirt and soil. And so if dirt is also, that's so important to all of us, what's the big deal about getting dirty? And does that carry connotations about clean work and dirty work, professional work and manual work? So I brought each of you a present. And I know that at the big TED conferences, people go away with like baskets filled with computers or something like that. I have no idea. But so under each one of your seats, there is a brown paper bag, and you may have to stand up and get it. So there's a gift bag under your seats. You may have to stand up and get this little bag. Don't open it or anything. Sit down and put it on your lap. Please turn the house lights up, okay? House lights up. Okay, so as everybody found your little bag, put it on your lap, okay? Now that you have your little bag, we're going to have this group experience. And I want you to raise your right hand. So raise your right hand. Now in our culture, this is the hand that we shake hands with, that we start relationships with, and we initiate respect between people. Okay, so you've got your right hand ready. Now I want you to take your right hand and put it gently into the bag. Now there's a little bit of trust in this. There's a little trust. Put it into the bag, and it's a leap of faith. Now I want you to squish your fingers around. Really do it, and knead the soil like you're making bread, and feel the texture. Feel this mixture that I mixed up this morning for you. Keep your hands in there, but get that hand in there, okay? Now you're going to be finding this mixture that has sticky clay from a Salinas Valley lettuce field. You're going to find some soil taken from the Chinatown Community Garden in Salinas. It's a place where used to be a homeless hangout, and before that, it's where Chinese laundry people dumped murky water. You're also feeling in there, keeping your hands in there. You're feeling compost soil made by some homeless men who are transitioning into a different life. You're feeling some sandy soil that's taken from a firing range, an old firing range that's been restored on Fort Ord. And then you're going to get a little piece, some soil from my own personal story. It's like the soil of that's around the grave of my little doggy Howie, who died last year, and you might have seen his face on the Facebook. And then you're going to feel some little prickles, or maybe some fluffies, and those are tiny native seeds. So everybody, so you still got there. Now I want you to form the soil and seed mixture into a tight ball, okay? And give it a squeeze. Give it a committed squeeze, a gentle, tender squeeze. And do it so that there are soil particles getting ground into the palm of your hand. And under your fingernails. And under your fingernails. And now, keeping your hand in that bag, and now I want you to look forward to next Saturday, the 24th of April, when kids will place your little dirty seed ball around Salinas' Natividad Creek Park as part of a native plant restoration that will sprout little native plants next in the next rainy season. Now, you and your hands have now played a part in the process of restoring and healing a damaged landscape in a city that needs the healing spaces for its residents, its human residents, especially its youth. You have done some of the dirty work of restoration. Now, I want you to pull your hand out. Yeah, you've done it. Now you pull your hand out of the bag. Whoa, don't clap. Pull your hand out of the bag. And I want you to shake hands with somebody right near you, okay? And a big, squishy, dirty handshake, okay? And a handshake of warmth and feeling. I hope those soils intermingled and that you formed a relationship. Now, I want you to touch your own face. Oh my gosh. Oh. And maybe even touch some of your clothes. Oh. And, oh boy. And you can kind of close your bag. Now you can kind of roll it back up. Now we're going to do something with it a little later on, so hold on. So now that you've gotten a little dirty, like me, because I mixed up each one of those bags this morning, and when I sat there on my deck mixing it up, I was thinking about each one of you. And I was thinking about all of our connections with each other and the earth, and I didn't know who you'd all be, but it was like, oh yeah, there's a little bit of me in that. But I think now that we've gotten a little dirty, let's reflect on what we've done by looking at some of the language around dirt. And many of the scholars in the room here have been talking about language and grammar even. And dirt is a noun. And if you look it up in the dictionary, it's got terrible meanings, and I'm not even going to say them. Soil has all sorts of scientific meanings, but dirty is an adjective. It's something that describes. So let's go into a metaphor around dirty, about getting your hands dirty. It really means putting yourself on the line, getting involved personally and physically. It means being involved in long-term projects. That little seed isn't going to start germinating until next year, and it's going to take hundreds of years to restore some of our landscapes, and it's going to take a long time to restore some of our cities. Getting involved means getting real dirt under your fingernails. It means having your dirt intermingled with the dirt of others. It's not about holding back. It's not about protecting your own butt. It's not about taking the safe, clean, short-term, sanitized, removed, and aloof choices in life. It's about acknowledging that shit does happen. We all know that. And messy situations happen all over our planet. And I contend that that's what makes us all alive. Life is messy. It's unpredictable, and sometimes mistakes happen. But it's also through being messy that we work at getting it right, that we grow as a human. And I contend that growth comes from being dirty. And you can ask the plants just about that. So if you knew ahead of time that when you went out to tutor a child in a school, that you would get involved with that child's family, its teacher, and the whole community, and issues of poverty and injustice, you might not do it. I just went to tutor. Or if you knew ahead of time that when you decided to become a parent, that you would be changing between 5,000 and 7,000 diapers, you might think a second time about that. But just as we don't give up on caring about our children, our own babies and children in schools, or our planet, we can't give up on the harder, messier commitments that we all have to make in life. Commitment means that your relationship is more than superficial, and that you carry the dirt of it under your fingernails, and that your dirt mixes with that of others. Let's go to another metaphor. It's dirt that muddies the water. It's the dirt of life that propels us into ambiguity, perhaps into unclear situations. And you might say to yourself, whoa, do I really want to swim in that murky water? Getting dirty with life gets us beyond thinking only about ourselves. It puts us into the realm of humanity, into the realm of humanity's big projects, and that's what this school and higher education is about, and into the realm of restoring the planet with small, particle-sized actions. Getting truly dirty means that we are part of the solution. And as I think about this, I've come to believe that there's a connection between getting soiled, getting dirty, and generosity. It's how I put aside how I feel, how I look, how I think of myself for thinking of and with other people. Quite possibly, it's that true service is doing the world's dirty work. And ultimately, getting dirty involves passion. It's real, it's alive, it's personal, and it may not be virtual. Sorry to all of you out there who are getting this streamed. So, what are we going to do with that little dirt ball that you have in the paper bag? Please, at the end of these sessions, I'm going to ask you to take it out to the lobby, and in the lobby there's a wheelbarrow. And on that wheelbarrow, we're going to put all your handiwork and your contribution into the wheelbarrow, and they will be put out in a Salinas Park next week. And what about the dirt on your hands, under your fingernails? And I hope you all have some. I want you to be proud of it. Replenish it every day. Look to shake hands with others who have dirty hands, because you know that they, like you, are part of the Soilution. Thank you.